The Seventh-day Adventist Church has entered into a formal agreement with NEMO for the financing, preparation, packaging, and distribution of 5,000 meals to residents and communities that were adversely affected by the floods of Christmas Eve. This intervention, which began on Monday, will go for a period of 10 days. A release from the church says this project comes at a cost of $60,000 and represents another phase of the church's ongoing effort to meet basic human needs. 500 meals are prepared daily by Seventh-day Adventist Community Service volunteers and distributed from the churches in Barely and South Rivers, respectively. The church says it continues to pray for healing and strength to those who have been traumatized by the catastrophe and wishes a return to normalcy in the shortest possible time. There is a need for prudence in the handling of this country's financial affairs. The advice was delivered by this country's opposition leader, the Honorable Eustace, at a press briefing yesterday morning at the party's headquarters. Mr. Eustace said, as it currently stands, the situation is that the government has always been presenting a deficit with no proper source to spend, resulting in increased borrowing and an escalating national debt. In comparing the years that both parties have been in office, Mr. Eustace stated that for 17 years, the NDP recorded a current surplus with higher average rate of growth, while the ULP has recorded less growth with increased borrowing. The Ministry of Tourism is being called upon to get serious concerning the work being done to attract tourists to the shores of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. With tourism expected to be an important pillar in the economy of SVG going forward, the opposition is calling on that ministry to get their act together. Party leader, the Honorable Eustace, said the Tourism Department had projected that they will receive 250,000 hits on their website in 2013, but only received 19,000. The fact that the ministry can make such a vast underestimation raises doubts about future forecast, which, according to Mr. Eustace, remains the same for 2014. Mr. Eustace is recommending that the staff at the Ministry of Tourism take the industry more seriously, as tourism continues to play an increasingly important role in the development of our country. The government of SVG received a whipping on Wednesday from the opposition party, the NDP, for being irresponsible with its country's agricultural sector. At a press briefing held on Wednesday morning by the party leader, the Honorable Eustace said he is deeply concerned about the result indicators and proposals for the year 2014 for this sector. He pointed out that the government is not showing any seriousness or commitment to deal with the problems facing the banana industry in particular, revealing that in 2013 the government proposed to export some 20 to 30 tons to the region and the UK. However, the 2014 estimates have shown that this has dropped to a mere 3 tons. Mr. Eustace further disclosed that 240,000 plantlets were projected to be produced in 2013. However, only some 19,000 were produced. The SVG Football Federation has contributed $40,000 to this country's relief effort. President of the SVG Football Federation, Venol Coombs, handed over the check to Prime Minister Gonsalves at Cabinet Room on Tuesday. The donation was made on behalf of the Confederation of North, Central American and Caribbean Association Football, CONCACAF. Coombs noted that the donation came as a result of a discussion he had with CONCACAF's president. He said he explained SVG's circumstances to the president, who decided to assist the country after being severely affected by the Christmas Eve disaster. Coombs noted that as a national organization, the Federation saw the need to play its part toward the rebuilding of our nation. He added that he is seeking some assistance from the Federation of International Football Association, FIFA, to further assist SVG. Prime Minister the Honorable Dr. Ralph Gonsalves expressed gratitude to the SVG Football Federation and CONCACAF for the donation. The National Broadcasting Corporation held a radiothon recently to help those persons who were affected by the 2013 Christmas Eve flooding. A check amounting to $123,000 raised by NGOs, organizations, and the general public was handed over yesterday morning to Prime Minister Gonsalves at Cabinet Room. Gonsalves said the radiothon was successful and the money will be put to good use. That's the local news. Coming up, the regional news and more.